Good evening and welcome into week number 2 of our 10-2 Credit Union Football Friday. I'm Chris Soll with Logan Lepiscopo and John Leidick standing by. It was another exciting Friday night of football with lots of action to highlight. We now welcome in our very own John Leidick with our Game of the Week broadcast from downtown Erie tonight.
Chris, after a 4-overtime thriller last week for Cathedral Prep, they couldn't possibly have a more dramatic finish tonight at Dollinger Field. Au contraire. To Dollinger Field we go for week 2. Ramblers meeting with the Sharon Tigers. We go late third quarter. Davin Friedman connects with Jason Harris. A 49-yard touchdown pass. Missed extra point, but Prep takes a 29-27 lead. To the fourth, Jafir Lampkins in for the injured Ethan Englemore finds Bishop Root for the third time on the night. Sharon jumps back in front, 34-29. Under 5 to play. Desari Carson, who ran for 293 yards tonight, finds pay dirt. Then Prep going for 2 and a 3-point lead, and watch the play fake to Ramir Wallace. He waltzes in, 37-34 Ramblers. Just 38 seconds later, Sharon pushes back as Terrion White, 10-yard touchdown, 41-37 with a $1.19 to play. Prep begins that final drive. Friedman here flips to Matthew Oblick, setting up the screen, and he's gone 21 yards past midfield, and there in business are the Ramblers. Then Friedman finds Gavin Easter, and watch the effort and hustle from Easter. He gets through 2 defenders and still on his feet. He would not go down. Still moving and grooving down to the 9 of Sharon. Then with 6 seconds left, final play of the game, and Friedman buys time to find Matthew Oblick for the touchdown and the exclamation point. Cathedral Prep 43, Sharon 41.
It meant a lot. The game was on the line. It was 8 seconds on the clock. Just found the hole and just pushed through.
Oh yeah, so the play was a fade ball, and I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to run the route, and I ended up being open. Quarterback saw me, and line was protected. It just all worked out, and it is what it is.
It was awesome. That chemistry, it goes back to when we were kids. It's just like playing in the backyard. That's me, my die.
Little backyard football, and as epic as that final play was, tonight's Valerio's player of the game, a no-doubter. It was Desari Carson. Again, he ran 44 times tonight for 293 yards and a pair of scores to pace the Cathedral Prep offense over the opening 2 weeks of the high school season. 477 yards on the ground. Desari Carson, tonight's Valerio's player.
Tough to top, but we head to Gus Anderson Field as McDowell takes on the Mentor Cardinals. A good look at the Hawaiian theme for the fans tonight. The first play from scrimmage, the give to Brody Bonzo. He finds a hole, and he could go all the way. 6-0 McDowell on the first play of the game from scrimmage. First drive for Mentor, and they say not so fast. We've got our own rushing attack. Jackson Farley with his own long touchdown. He rumbles into the end zone, 7-6 Cardinals. Next drive for Mentor, and look out, highlight reel, OBJ looking catch from Justin Hodge, the Miami, Ohio commit, with a highlight reel play. And the very next play, he's going to catch the touchdown to complete the drive and extend the Mentor lead. Next drive for McDowell, Deontay Flemings finds his man Zach Neff in stride for a first down. Fleming's going to dump it off again for the short game, but the Mentor Cardinals come away with the victory, 42-12. Now we have Logan Lepiscopo joining us for our Football Friday Spotlight game, a matchup that has been around for quite some time. Logan, what happened between General McLane and Harbor Creek?
Well, it was a lot of defense, not a whole lot of offense. In 1965, the first ever matchup recorded between these two schools. That's according to Harbor Creek football history over on X. The 50th matchup as well, this one is between the Huskies and Lancers. Let's send you on down there to Paul J. White's Stadium. Get there with about a minute left in the first half. Joe McLane with a 7-0 lead. Gavin Zillman has his pass tipped up in the air and intercepted. Charlie Bennett takes it the other way for 6. The Lancers go on to make it a 14-0 lead. Second half begins. Lancers approaching midfield, and Cohen Beachley coughing it up. Brady Powers knocks it loose. Tyler Angerer recovers, but on the ensuing drive, after a big 31-yard run, Zillman would be intercepted by Logan Squires. The Lancer takeaway halts the Huskies' drive, and once again, the Lancers carve their way downfield. Jackson Kaiser, he puts the ball on the ground. Nathan Vogt able to recover for Harbor Creek, and nothing going for Harbor Creek as GM back with the ball. Matt Caro hits Jared Corwin wide open for the 34-yard score. 21-0 Lancers, and to put the nail in the coffin, Caro. Short little 3-yard flick out to Corwin as he would be somersaulted into the end zone for 6. A 28-0 shutout win. And according to Harbor Creek football history on X, the first time General McLane has beat Harbor Creek at home since 2011.
We had a chip on our shoulder from last week down at DuBois. We're like, we're coming after it. We're going hard. I think we had a great game, showed adversity, we stayed in the game, kept the morale up. I think we're ready to go for next week.
We were sluggish at first, we started out slow, but we faced adversity, and that's something we pride ourselves in, is facing adversity and pushing through. Obviously it's not ideal to have 3 lost fumbles.
We're moving on. We're 0-0, and we're back to game planning.
Now down at the home of the Grape Pickers, Northeast welcoming in the Seneca Bobcats, and Seneca's first drive would set up a 40-yard field goal try, but blocked. Logan Lattimore at the line. The whistle blows despite the ball not hitting the ground, so Grape Pickers take over at their own 27. On that drive in Seneca territory, Bryson Galloway hits J.J. Whitman. The tiptoe down the sideline puts them inside the 5. Turnover second quarter, and Galloway takes himself off the right side for 6, starting off a big game for Northeast in a 41-0 shutout win.
To Fairview we go for the Tigers hosting Grove City, but it was all Greyhounds, and this one is a fumble there. Almost recovered, but kept there by Grove City. Heath Homan hands to Gavin Purdy on the counter, and he's just short of the line to gain. Setting up the next play, 4th and inches to give to Purdy again. Picks up the first down, but he's going to take a big hit here on the sideline, knocked out of bounds. Still that same drive, and Homan finds Charlie Miller on the sideline for the nice catch and the first down to move the chains. Hyman now pitches it to Levi Tough. He had quite the game, and he's got another Grove City first down the left sideline, and it's punched out of bounds in the red zone now, and Homan finds Gavin Purdy. What a night from him for the touchdown. Grove City rolls Fairview 43-7.
And we pick up with Fort LeBoeuf at Farrell. The second quarter, Farrell with a 14-0 lead. 1st and 10, Fort LeBoeuf with the football. Skylar Sadowski, a nice 14-yard run down into the 32. Same drive, 3rd and 4. Dominic Walters connects with Michael Vomero for a 15-yard gain. Later in the drive, another 3rd down, and this one, Farrell is going to bring him down. Carleo Lowe with the 6-yard sack. And the 40-yard field goal by Lucas Kantz will be the only points for the Fort LeBoeuf Bison in a 45-3 loss. We'll be right back with more on Football Friday.